the exchange variation was a favorite way of Fischer to fight the Ruy Lopez, and this can often lead to endgames, the exchange of queens quite early on, like in this position after bishop g4, white can take on e5, and for example Fischer did play this against Spassky in 1972 in the 16th match game, I think it was. But of course the exchange variation can also lead to quite exciting attacking positions, and this is what happened in this game against Gligoric. So Fischer played c3, and now the queens stay on the board. Takes, queen d7, h3, bishop back, knight c3, castles queenside, and bishop f4. And of course we have a full board here, so it's a very rich position. Gligoric played knight to e7, and I just want to show you the game, and also I want to show you some lines by Fischer himself. He gave them in his book My 60 Memorable Games after g5 in this position. g5. We shall see that later on in this position instead of knight e7, g5. Okay, knight e7 is what Gligoric played, and white quickly developed a decisive attack on the queen side. Now rook c1, and the target is c7 in fact, so the big idea is d5, opening the c file, knight g6, bishop g3, bishop d6, defends against that. Now knight a4, of course c5 is also a vulnerable point. Now Gligoric captured on g3, Fischer just took back, king b8, knight c5, the attack kind of plays itself. Queen d6, queen a4, king a7, and here Fischer concluded in style. He captured on a6, and Gligoric captured on h3, trying to fish in muddy waters. After b takes a6, of course, rook c6 wins in just a couple of moves. Queen d7, rook takes a6, and so on. After bishop takes h3, hoping to conquer this point, g3 was check. Fischer played the very precise move e5, blocking the diagonal. Gligoric captured with a knight. If he had taken with a pawn, white, for example, could win with just knight back to c5 check, and now he can simply ignore black's play on the king side and go rook c3, threatening rook a3, and mate in the a file on a8. So this is hopeless. Gligoric played knight takes e5, and now Fischer took on e5, pawn takes e5, knight c5 check, king b8, and now he played g takes h3. And I think it was written somewhere that some spectators thought at first sight that black's position here was not so bad. After all, he has rook and two pawns for two knights, but after a while they noticed that actually black is two pieces, two knights down here, so it's completely hopeless. e4, knight takes, queen e7, what did he do? Rook c3, b5, queen c2, and black resigned. So, very nice attacking performance by Fischer, but the thing I wanted to show you is actually the lines Fischer himself gave in his 60 Memorable Games after bishop f4. Yeah, this is the position. g5, this if black goes for an immediate counter-attack on the queen side. g5, bishop g3, h5. And now it's kind of surprising how quickly white unfolds his attack on the black king on the queen side. He goes d5, pawn takes, and now rook c1. As I mentioned before, c7 is the vulnerable square. Pawn takes e4, and what would you play now as white? Black has captured on e4, threatening to exchange queens. How would you react to pawn takes e4? knight a4, a very, very nice move. Threatening knight b6, also now the point c7 is under fire, and black has two replies here, queen takes d1 and king b1, and both are losing in a very nice fashion, and I want to show you that. But knight e4, you found the first step, very good. After pawn takes e4, knight goes, white goes knight a4. Very strong, original variation by Fischer, and of course this threatens knight b6, and also c7 is under fire now. And if black now goes king b8, there's only one winning continuation by white. Note that after knight a4, queen takes d1 transposes to this line. King b8, and now white has two ways of capturing on c7. How would you continue here with white? Rook takes c7, and this is really brilliant resource. Rook takes c7. Black cannot capture on c7 because of queen to d8, of course. And after queen d1, white checkmates. White checkmates with rook c8, which is a double check. Note that there's a bishop on g3 hitting the king. The king captures on c8, and now knight b6. Mate pattern with two minor pieces, or the alternative line is king a7, and now bishop b8, king a1, knight b6. I just wanted to show this pattern from my 16 Memorial Games Fischer original variation. I liked it very much, very aesthetically pleasing, I think.